Hey guys, it's Rose and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're basically just going to be doing a soft glam everyday type of look. This was a requested video, and by that I mean one person asked for it. So, shout out to Brenda, this is for you, girl. I don't know if this is natural to everyone else, but for me, this is a natural casual look. No biggie, but I do want to mention, I want to point out the obvious, I did get eyelash extensions over break. I'm only saying this because I don't want there to be like, oh, did you put on lashes before the makeup? No, I didn't. I just got eyelash extensions. Also, I got a nose ring, super excited, just had to say it. I've been waiting for like 2 years to get it, so I'm super excited about that. But without further ado, we're gonna get into this video. So I've already prepped my face, my eyebrows, my eyelids. So I'm just gonna go in with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna start with Soft Glam, the palette. And I'm gonna be using an Anastasia A12 brush. I'm gonna dip into the shadow Burnt Orange. And I'm just gonna put that. By the way, this was my first time doing makeup with eyelash extensions, so this might turn out really bad. Just bear with me. So we're gonna put that right here, right in our crease, you know, as a transition shade. Just kind of blend that out. Wow, this has a lot of fallout. I'm kind of shook, but I'm not mad about it. I honestly don't really care that much about fallout. I know there's a lot of people that do. I really don't, because I still use it. Like, I just dip into the fallout. There's like a girl walking by my window, and my window is wide open. She's probably like, what the fuck? Okay, so once that is on, we are gonna take... Okay, so once that's on, we're gonna take the color Sienna right here, and we're gonna pop that in our crease. I'm using the brush that comes with the palette. So we're gonna pop that right in our crease. I really wanted to do more of a, you know, creative look today, or just like with colors and like glitter and stuff, but I'm going to confirmation and I'm on a time crunch, so I was like, I'm not gonna show up to confirmation with full glam. This girl at school today complimented me on one of my makeup looks on YouTube, and it truly made my day. I honestly thought no one watched my YouTube for my school. Like, you know, other than my 2 friends, I thought no one bothered to watch. But yeah, and this girl, you know, I don't even talk to her on an everyday basis. So that really made my day. If you're watching this, thanks, girl. Now I'm gonna take Rustic and Cypress Umber. I'm just gonna go a little dun dun, tap tap. And I keep saying we're gonna tuck that into our crease, but that's really what it is. The other 2 shades that I just used are more light, you know, they're more like shadowing. This is really gonna do the depth part of it. So we're just gonna go right into our crease. This is my first time using this palette, and I must say I really do like it so far, but we'll see where it takes us. I'm taking the fluffy part of the brush that comes with the palette. These colors are blending out so easily. Yeah, I mean, like, even the dark color, which is like the Cypress Umber, I think it's called, it's blending out really nicely. So far, I would definitely recommend the palette. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, the shirt I'm wearing is like 3 sizes too small for me, like you could see right here. But it was the only shirt I had to match the look, I guess. So I had to wear it. Sorry, not sorry. Once you have something like this, you are good. With that same flat side of the brush, which is a smaller brush that comes with the palette, we're gonna go in with all 3, Sienna, Rustic, and Cypress Umber, all 3. We're just gonna dip, dip, and dip consecutively, and we're gonna close it in. So what we do on most of my videos, I'm gonna start right here. So you wanna close the eyeshadow in so that the center of your eyeball is the only thing without product on it. Or, I mean eyelid, not center of eyeball. I mean your eyelid. Go ahead and blend that out with the fluffy side. So now I'm gonna grab this super beautiful gold shade right here. I think it's called bronze, yep. Right here. I'm gonna take that with a pecker brush. I think that's what they're called. I really don't know what they're called. But a brush that looks like this. I call it a pecker brush because it looks like it packs things on. So it is the Anastasia 813 brush. I'm gonna wet it with some setting spray so more product can go on it and it accentuates the pigment. So I'm gonna go in and we're gonna go right in the center of our eye. By the way, sorry if this is not like natural enough. This is what I consider natural. I realize that I'm a little bit extra with my makeup, so this may not be natural to many people. What I would say for that is instead of using darker colors, you see how I did, I went in with Cypress Umber. You could just go really light. Maybe you could just use Sienna and Rustic instead of like popping in the Cypress Umber. And you could use a lighter glitter, maybe like Fairy or something. Those are really nice. So that's what I would say for people who don't really like as well, looks as like crazy, I guess. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in with my MAC Snowball Compact Gold palette. I'm gonna go in with the same brush I used to pack the color bronze on, and I'm gonna use the shade, I believe it's called Dance the Night Away. It's this one right here. I'm gonna wet this brush again, and I'm putting that in the center of the glitter part. So you see right here is where I put the glitter. I'm gonna put that in the center of that center, if that makes sense. By the way, that part where I put you know, the glitter from here, that's optional. If you're just using the Soft Glam palette, you could just go in with bronze, and then if you wanted, you could put Fairy. You could substitute Fairy instead of the one I used, which was Dance the Night Away. Now I'm gonna go back in with the Anastasia brush that came in the palette, and I'm gonna use this side again, and I'm gonna go in with the same colors, which is Sienna, Rustic, and Cypress Umber. And I'm just gonna go ahead and smoke this out a little bit more so that it transitions nicely. Now we're gonna move on to the face. I did already prime my skin, so I'm not gonna go into that. I will maybe make another video showing how I prime my skin. It really just does vary for me. I don't prime my skin the same way every single time. I use different primers like every time because I have so many samples. But who knows, maybe I'll make a video like that. So I'm gonna start off by getting my NARS Stromboli Stick Foundation. And I'm gonna just put that on my face. Going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Buff Biss. I'm going for a full coverage look, so your foundation doesn't have to be this excessive. Obviously you choose. If I was going to do a really natural look, I'd probably just do, you could really just get by with the Wet n Wild foundation and, you know, some concealer, but I like that full coverage. So we're gonna blend that out now with a beauty blender. By the way, that was a Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation by MAC in the shade NC25. Once that's blended out, I'm gonna take my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Light. I don't know if it's called, if the shade is called Light or if the shade is called Neutral. You guys be the judge. I don't know. I'm gonna put that in my T-zone. I'm also taking my LA Girl concealer in shade Porcelain. and I'm gonna put that exactly in the same spots I put my previous concealer. Now we blend that out with a beauty blender. I'm gonna be baking with my RCMA powder. This is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure all of you know what it looks like. And I'm gonna put that essentially everywhere that I put my concealer. When using setting powder, I would be sure to have it like right at your hand for when you blend out your concealer, because your concealer can crease really fast, so it's always good to put on the powder right after you lay it on your face. With a MAC 196 brush, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix Plus in the shade NC25, and I'm gonna powder the rest of my face. Now with the same brush, I'm just lightly dusting off my baking powder. I'm going to take the MAC 135 brush, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit. And I'm going to take all 3 of the contour shades and just put that in my cheekbones, anywhere that you would normally contour besides my nose. Usually around this time my face gets really dry because I have a naturally dry face, so I'm going to spray some Fix Plus all over my face. Now I'm using the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit, and I'm going to take the shade Light Sculpt. I'm going to dip into it with this Color Just Essential Eye Brush. It looks like this. And I contour my nose with cream contour. I just find it easier, and I probably should do it before my powder, but I always forget. So if you're going to do this step at home, I would recommend doing this before you powder your face. Now I'm taking the Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to use the same MAC 135 brush with this one, and I'm going to go over the places I already bronzed in. Sorry, I like bronzing a lot. Obviously, you could do this to your preference. Finally, I'm taking my matte Whisper of Guilt highlight with my MAC 184 brush, and we're going to highlight our faces. Get a little bit for the nose. After that, we're going to go in with Champagne Pop. We're going to put that over our previous highlight. I like going up my cheekbone and kind of like into my forehead. Stop right there. Finally, you can take any black waterline pencil. I'm going to use the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear eyeliner. And we're going to put that on both waterlines. Remember, this is just my preference. If you don't like black eyeliner on your eyes, you could either not put it, or you could substitute it with white eyeliner. We're gonna go in with the MAC 547 SE brush, and we're gonna take the shade Cypress Umber, and we're just gonna go right underneath our eyeliner, and don't put a lot. We're literally just gonna make like a line under the eyeliner. The more I do this, the more I realize how unnatural this is to people. So this is not a natural look, but it is a like neutral, soft look. To me, it's soft. To other people, it probably isn't. But this is like always my go-to. And now we're gonna take the Anastasia brush that came in the palette, and we're gonna take the shade Rustic and Smoke Out Cypress Umber. Finally, I'm grabbing a small pointed brush by Morphe, and I'm gonna go in with Dazzle the Night Away with that MAC palette we used earlier, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corners of our eyes. Go ahead and spray your face with setting spray at this point, and I'm gonna go in with this YSL lipstick in the shade 70. I've never had a YSL lipstick, so I don't know how to tell you what shade it is. But, let's see if this can focus. Sorry, my hands are really dirty. I was watching something. It says like 70. That's literally what it says. So I'm guessing that's a shade 70. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lips. Finally, we're topping that off with Butterscotch, which is the lip gloss from Anastasia. I'm just gonna put that over our lipstick. So that was the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.